Man, breast milk is so complicated, especially if you're a new parent. So I'm about to break it down in a way that everybody can understand. First of all, breast milk is incredible, but the rules around it confuse a lot of us. So let's simplify it. Fresh breast milk, or breast milk that's just pumped, is safe at room temperature for up to 4 hours. The sooner you use it, the better. Refrigerated breast milk is good for up to 4 days if you don't take it out. Once that breast milk has been warmed up, the baby should drink it within 2 hours. Do not re-refrigerate after warming, because once you warm it up, it wakes up bacteria. When you put it back in the refrigerator process, it doesn't reset. So now it's bacteria in there that's multiplying. Now, if you take breast milk out the refrigerator and you let it get to room temperature, once it gets to room temperature, you have 2 hours from the time it got to room temperature. Now, if you take it out and say you leave it out for 10 minutes and it's still cold, you can put that back in the refrigerator. The temperature of your house can determine how long it takes to get to room temperature, but as long as it's still cold, you can put it back in the refrigerator. When you freeze your breast milk in a regular freezer, like the one that's attached to your refrigerator, it can last up to 6 months. In a deep freezer, it can last up to 12 months. If you take it out the freezer and put it in the refrigerator and you let it thaw out like that, you got 24 hours. Once you warm it, or you take it out the freezer and let it get the room temperature, you have to use that milk within 2 hours. Important rule: once the baby starts drinking from the bottle, the clock shortens, and that's because bacteria from their mouth then enters the milk. Here's ways that you can make your milk last longer. First of all, store it in smaller amounts, 2 to 4 ounces. 2, label everything with dates, and in that case, make sure you're using the oldest milk first. Thaw slowly in the fridge, not on the counter. Like I said before, if you let it thaw out in the fridge, you got 24 hours. If you let it thaw out on the counter and get the room temperature, you only got 2 hours. And warm gently. Never microwave your milk. And remember, breast milk doesn't go bad instantly. Smell it, check it, and trust your common sense. Just don't be crazy, y'all. Don't leave it out for 8 hours and then be like, well, it might be cool. Don't do that, all right? The goal here isn't perfection. It's safety and sustainability. I learned that recently, so I just wanted to share that with y'all. Hope it helps somebody. All right, y'all. Peace.